Hi everyone, I just thought I'd give you a quick insight into one of the questions that we get asked sometimes, and it's if you can already read some notation, should you still be following the numbers method? Now, the answer to this, well, the short answer is yes. So the long answer is, even if you read notation, which is the dots on the stave, virtually everybody finds the numbers method faster and easier. So I would highly recommend that you just go through the course in the order that it is, try the numbers method first, and then of course at first it might seem a bit strange if you already know the notes by letters like C, D, E. But fairly quickly you should find that you slip into the numbers way of thinking, and you should find that easier. It is useful going forward if you can do both, especially if you're going to play with other musicians, or if you want to pick up a songbook and be able to play by chords, say guitar chords for example, then it's useful to also know C, F, G. I cover that later on in the Piano Bundle course, but for right now you should find the numbers method easier. Now there's loads and loads and loads of reasons why that is. It took me years to actually devise the course to the current format, but a quick overview as to why it's easier is our brains work a lot quicker in intervals when we think in numbers. So what I mean by that is, your job when you're playing music is, after you've played a key, your next job is, okay, how far away from this key is the next key that I need to press? Is it 1 key away? Is it 4 keys away? So when you're thinking letters, how far is an F from an A or a D from a G? Our brain is much, much slower than if you're going from a 6 to a 4 to a 5 to a 1 type of intervals. So the intervals are much, much easier in numbers. Also, chord patterns are, again, extremely simple if you use them in numbers. Now, numbers are used in jazz, so you know how complex, like jazz is probably one of the hardest styles to play, and they use numbers. So usually people only are introduced to numbers when you get to the very, very high end of music, in high-end classical theory as well. If you're analysing symphonies and things from a high-end musical theory point of view, you do talk about 1, 4, 5, etc. But for some crazy reason, that's never brought into the playing of music in classical music. So they bypass that for some crazy reason. So it's not just a dumbed down version for beginners. It actually lets you play to the top level, and it makes it easier to improvise, compose, and instantly transpose to any key, which most of you probably will never need to do that. But if people do want to take it to a very high level, then the numbers help with that as well. For most people, it's just a case of how to get playing songs that you love really quickly, and by a long shot, numbers are by far the easiest way. So that's the long answer. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.